So you want an SUV, but an SUV that knows what it's doing. So a Range Rover, right? Or a Land Rover? Come to think of it, what is the difference between a Land Rover and a Range Rover? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now, Land Rover is the brand, and Range Rover is the model. So, all Range Rovers are therefore Land Rovers, and all Land Rovers are not Range Rovers. Does that make sense? Well, if not, I have this to clear it up. Back in 1948, Land Rover released this beauty, the Series 1, a four-wheel drive that remains iconic today. Iconic, but a bit basic, and very soon, Farmer Sam wanted something a little bit more luxurious. And in 1970, Land Rover released the luxury arm, Range Rover, with leather seats, brown carpet, and a cigar lighter. And all the groovers like me loved it. And why wouldn't they? They had impeccable taste. And that's not my real hair, if you're wondering. But as you can see, they've come a long way since the 1970s. This is the fourth generation, the ultimate mix of off-road ability and luxury. And it even comes in a PHEV, which is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Personally, I'm going for the 550 horsepower V8, but not before I change the suit. But the great minds thought, what about a sportier version? And the Sport is exactly that. It's a sportier version, designed for better on-road performance, which makes a lot of sense because most people drive them on the road. It tracks like a car, but it's an absolute beast. 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds, 423 kilowatt. It's stunning. So let's look at the Range Rovers. There's the Classic, the Range Rover Sport, but also in the Range Rover range, the Velar, a very modern, stylish, and more compact Range Rover. And the Evoque, smaller again, and a lesson in design. So that completes the Range Rover circle. But who lives outside that sphere in the Land Rover circle? The more adventurous of us, that's who. And you've got some choices. The Land Rover Discovery, a full-size SUV with a third row of seating, and it's the ultimate towing vehicle, able to lug 3,500 kg. The Discovery Sport, it's smaller, but it's just as capable and versatile. And to finish off the range of Land Rover, the Defender. You'll recognise this one. 2020 marks the release of the new Defender, and it's the most rugged of them all. And this is just a little taste to wet your whistle. Land Rover has made it a goal to have all Land Rover products available in some form of electrification by 2020. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. That's not confusing at all, is it? Love a good diagram.
Find your car at driven.co.nz.